Okay, then. Call.
Heads.
Walk away, kid. Somebody up there loves you.
Hey, Harvey.
What is up, everybody? My name is BobaTalks and welcome to a brand new Gotham Season 4 video, and in today's Gotham video we will be discussing Harvey Dent. So many of you guys have been asking in the comment section for the longest time, where is Harvey Dent, what happened to him after Season 2, and when will we see him again? So before I get into this video, guys, I will be doing Gotham Season 4 videos as usual when the season starts, so to be sure to never miss out on a video, hit that bell button to enable notifications to make sure you never miss out on a Gotham Season 4 video. And if you go on to enjoy this video, guys, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button. But apart from that, let's get into the whole discussion about where the hell is Harvey Dent. So the last time we saw Harvey Dent on the show was back in Season 2 when Jim was being questioned about Theo Galavan's death. He was only in around for about 3 episodes, and I think once he was pushed aside, we were meant to assume that he was doing more legal work. And really, the story had no use for him from there on out, as his role for what could have been done that season was all used up and concluded. I think that's a big part of the question for most fans who are asking about Harvey and why he seemingly disappeared. It's truly because they couldn't really do more with his character at that point in time. When in the writer's room, they would have had to have thought to themselves very specifically about how Harvey's character would contribute to the show the last time we saw him back in Season 2. So after that matter with Galavan was resolved, there really was no other reason to see him for the time being with everything else they had to do in Season 2. What we have to remember as well is that you can only fit so much into a season on a TV show, with story arcs consisting of entire multiple episodes, all putting in pieces of the puzzle until the season is complete. So with Season 4 we have the first half theme being that of the long Halloween, where we're going to jumpstart the season straight off with villains like Scarecrow, Professor Pig and more villains, and then the second half is mirroring that of Batman Year 1, where Bruce is going to be full on vigilante mode than he already will be at the beginning of this season, and also with Ra's al Ghul, he'll be coming into the fold a lot more in Season 4B. Even though I agree that Harvey Dent would make a great story this season, I don't necessarily think that there is too much for him this early on in the show. So Harvey Dent has been in Season 1 and 2, and thus far it was only for around 3 episodes for each season. I feel like with the way they wrote him in, he was more of a nod at him being around before Batman and them wanting us to see that, so that one day they could maybe pick up that storyline again if the show got far enough. So I'm thinking if we were actually to get him again this season, which I don't think we will because the actor seems kind of busy at the minute, it would only be for a similar role and the time he was in the show before. But that's because there's only so much story you can give somebody like Harvey Dent before you want him to go into full-blown Two Face story arc. And this is on top of everything else Gotham would want to get done in a season. So right now, the actor who played Harvey Dent in Season 1 and 2, and I hope I'm saying this right, Nicholas D'Agosto, is busy with the show that he plays the main role for, and the show is called Trial and Error, which has also been renewed for Season 2. So he's going to be pretty busy with that at the moment, which is why I do not think that we will be seeing him in Season 4. They could always recast him, just like they did with Firefly, if they wanted him on the show that badly. But I honestly do not think that they have any immediate plans for him on the show. But that's not to say if Gotham gets renewed for Season 5, they could start to show more coming out from his character then. But this brings me to the part of where Harvey could fit in with Gotham's own story. If there's one thing we've learned with Gotham's universe is that it's more about the villains rising up and as a result creating Batman to rise, rather than Batman rising and then all the villains then coming out to play. I think everybody has accepted that now, and I actually think it's pretty cool that we've already got established villains on the show such as Penguin, the Mad Hatter, Zsasz, Riddler and more before Bruce Wayne has even taken any major steps into putting on the cowl. This is actually becoming more of a popular way to tell the Batman story as well, with even Telltale's Batman recently having the Riddler around as a villain more in the day of Bruce's parents rather than when Bruce is Batman and him only just coming around. So yes, I do believe that they could and would maybe even bring Two-Face into the Gotham TV show at some point, but it would have to be done in a traditional yet new way that doesn't make it too premature for his character. Because there are just some characters which you can't do things with too soon, and I feel like Harvey Dent is one of them that you can't change a whole bunch. So right now on the show, or when we saw him last in season 1 and 2, he's just a young attorney who is very passionate for justice, so that's all the right direction for his character, but he isn't exactly in the limelight with trying to be Gotham's White Knight, which is usually the traditional kind of story for Harvey Dent before he takes his fall into Two-Face. But wasn't I just talking about how Gotham has established itself with villains before Batman? Well, yes, but Harvey Dent does need a bit more of a storyline of him being even more about justice than he already is currently on the show, before he can go full on Two-Face, if you know what I mean. They can't just bring him back for 3 episodes this season, for example, or next season, and then have him become Two-Face by that 3rd episode. It would just be way too rushed. We can't forget how we've had people like Oswald and Enigma for the past few years for them to get to the point of their villainy, and that was with them in practically most of the episodes of each season. Harvey Dent is a character of equivalent importance to these characters I just mentioned in the Batman lore, no matter what way you look at it. So I think one of the only ways to achieve this on the show would be to bring him on as kind of like a series regular role, which would be a way to fast track his downfall from justice to being a criminal. But I don't think that's going to happen, especially with the current actor being tied up with another show. I think another way of doing it could be to bring him on as a recurring character, or for as many episodes as the Mad Hatter had in season 3, for example. So do that to Harvey Dent over the course of the next couple of seasons, and that would be more than enough episodes to unfold his story into a Two-Face origin. Especially with the fact that they could say in season 3, since he wasn't in it, that he was climbing the ladder even more with his career, pushing along the scale a bit more for him to progress to Two-Face. But all of this depends on the actor, if they recast him, if they can afford to add Harvey Dent into the plot of the show with everything else they have going on, and how it would eventually turn out. I would love more than anything for this to happen. I would even be happy if we just saw him for 3 episodes a season, but only time can tell. Unfortunately, I don't think we will be getting a massive Harvey Dent payoff anytime soon unless they recast the actor, but you never know, we might be lucky and get him back for a couple of episodes next season if they hear that the fans are really wanting to see his character unfold on the show. It took a while for us to get Scarecrow back, so if you think about it, he was in season 1 and now season 4 we're finally getting Scarecrow, so you can imagine in a season or 2 they might ask him to come back, but all of this depends if Gotham gets around 6 seasons and if they recast the actor or not, considering that he's already busy with another show. Do you think that there is any time to let Harvey Dent's character progress on a Gotham TV show with everything else they've got going on? And would you like to even see him become Two-Face before Bruce becomes Batman? Much like other villains in the show are really establishing themselves before instead of after. Don't forget guys that if you have any video suggestions, please leave them down in the comments section below. They don't have to be Gotham related either, so if you have any suggestions on any of the DC TV shows, just let me know and I might even make one based on your suggested video. But that is everything from this video guys, but let me know in the comments below where you think Harvey Dent has been or how you think he can come back into the show. How do you think it could be doable? So just like how I talked in this video about how, you know, they would need to give more episodes than just a few, or if they wanted to make him a recurring character then maybe they could do it. Let me know if you agree with anything I said, or if you have come up with a way yourself about how they could pull off the arc to the Two-Face character one day with Harvey Dent in the show for like maybe even this season or next season. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. But as always, guys, if you made it this far in the video, that's amazing. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button. And if you've made it this far in the video and you're new to this video, maybe even consider subscribing to stay up to date with more Gotham content just like this. If you want to stay a bit more up to date with me personally, you can follow me on my social medias. They should be popping up over here somewhere. Or you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, or whatever in the links below. But other than that, everybody, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, guys.